us here. Sorry, I was messing around with the link, but so everybody should be joining on now. But I'm excited about this one. I'm Nadia Daggett. You guys all know me here, but I'm going to put this out there on YouTube so you guys can go back and review it anytime. So this one is on 5 ways to get free leads. So we went over this a little bit. I just sent you guys a link to a YouTube that we had a while ago. And today I'm going to go a little bit more in depth into this. So basically I'm going to go over the main paid leads that you guys see. And I get this a lot from new agents where they feel that, yes, they want to get leads. They want to start going with something. So they start paying for these leads. So I'm going to go over those real quick just to show you what those are, but then also all the free lead opportunities that you have. And there's a lot of different ways to get free leads. So I'm going to click into that here. So first we'll go over what the paid leads usually are. I know a few of you guys have gone on here before and have used like Zillow paid leads. You can do realtor.com. Facebook ads, newspaper ads. Some of us have done banners at schools, which I highly recommend, but etc. So those things are ones that you need to pay for. It comes out of your pocket. And I don't recommend doing those right at the very beginning. If you're a real estate agent, you're new, you're brand new, there's no need to start with the paid ones. Those are the ones that are in front of you all the time. Those are the ones that you guys are getting solicited all the time. Because they get paid. So you're getting ads, you're getting promotions that you can do this for this cost and join in. You're going to have all these leads because they're getting paid. So a lot of agents jump into that, spend a lot of money, and it's hard for them to move forward. So I'm going to go over today all the free ways to get leads. Okay, so these are some of the free leads, and I'm going to go into depth on some of them. So one is the social media. Of course, Facebook groups, Facebook Marketplace. So social media is the easiest ones. Of course, we have our social media managers promoting it all over to Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, getting it out there to those platforms. But the Facebook groups, we're not really tackling. So that's something that I want you guys to definitely tap into. I'm going to show you what I mean. This is something that I just did today. And I've already gotten a few hits back already. So here I'm a member of Tampa Bay Real Estate Professionals. You can join any group. I just go out there and I post something random like this one here. We have an Airbnb with a pool for sale in Carrollwood, 19% ROI, turnkey business. PM me for details. Okay, so what am I getting here? I'm getting investors that may be interested in buying an Airbnb in Carrollwood area. Now, what I get from this is that I usually get PMs. Usually I get private messages, maybe 10 to 15 of these. Always ask for their email address, because if they're looking to buy an investment property, one of them, this one might not work out for them, but they may be looking for another one. So putting this out there to all the Facebook groups. So there's members of Tampa Real Estate Professionals, as you see here. There's thousands of groups that you'll find on Facebook. There's investors of Tampa, investors in New York, because there's a lot of people coming down from New York and buying here as an investment property. Chicago. Join all those groups so that you can post things like this. And once people PM you or private message you, save their emails so that you can send them investment properties, investment opportunities, or your next listing that you have. So put that out there and you're going to start building your database. The next one will be the Facebook Marketplace. So that one I just did in groups. I just posted in groups as just a simple text. I put that out there every once in a while. Some of you have done this. I know that there's a few of us that have used this before in our brokerage, and it's very successful. So there's that. And then there's also Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is a little bit different. So you go into the marketplace, usually doing like this one, I'm promoting for rent. Because what I'm saying here is I'm going to promote Facebook Marketplace, first time home buyer for rentals, right? So I'm going to post this one. I'm posting a rental that I find on MLS that is a rental that I can solicit out there to to the market. So I go ahead and I find that property. I put it out there on Marketplace. This is how much it is for rent. And then again, I go in here and I can click on rental groups that I've joined. Tampa Bay rental for sale, wholesalers, market your Airbnb, VRBO, corporate rentals, Tampa. You got all these little groups that you can join. I haven't really even touched on it that much. I even got Michigan wholesale real estate. So there's thousands and thousands of groups. And in here you can post, I believe, up to 20 in 20 different places. Maybe it's 10. But you can do a 10 here, then you can go back and publish it to more places. So you want to go out there and you want to advertise your for sale property or for rent property out to as many groups as you can. All those people are going to PM you, ask you questions, and you want to grab their phone number and email, and you want to get their information. And for the one that I'm talking about here, we're talking about for sale for first-time home buyers. So when you're doing a rental like this, you're going to have people that are looking to rent. You're going to have some people that are looking to move. If it's a short-term rental, you're going to have people looking to move here to Tampa while they're trying to find their dream home. And most of them, you'd be surprised, I've gathered hundreds of these, that they are still looking to buy a house in Florida. They want to stay for, say, 2 months, and they don't have a real estate agent. And those are very serious people because they're spending their time, their money to come down here, stay for, say, 2-3 months or however long it takes them to find that house. And you're going to be their agent. So I would always take the corporate rentals that we have on our website and put them on to Marketplace. Get them out on Marketplace, put them in as many groups as you can, and then you're going to get those buyers. You can also just go to MLS, pick up one of the rentals that are out there on MLS, do the same thing. And what you're going to get is a lot of people looking for the house to rent. You can easily talk to them and get them into that house for rent, and you get a small fee, a referral fee, or you get a leasing fee, which sometimes is half of the first month's rent. So it's very good. It's beer money. So you can go out there and do that. All you're really doing is promoting it on Facebook, getting a renter, and then sending it to the listing agent. And you get the fee if they do rent that place. But why are you going to do that? It's small change. However, when you're doing that, in that process, ask them, why are they renting? Do they have credit score? Are they having problems with their credit? If they are, refer them to a credit agency that's able to fix them. We actually work with a lender that you can hand to them. You can hand the renter over to him. He will help them fix their credit, have a savings account so they can put in money in there each month to start building up their down payment. And once they're ready, he gives them back to you. So it's basically like seeding. I remember the first year I did this was a lot of years ago. I picked some homes that we had for rent, put it out there, and it was a good price. It was around $1,500 back then for the rental. And I was getting just bombarded with text messages and messenger messages. And I made a form. I said, hey, can you fill out your email and phone number, and I'll send you information on this property. But why are you interested in buying? Would you be interested in buying? We have a lot of first-time home buyer programs that I'd love to discuss with you. And the turnaround rate was pretty good. The conversion rate was high. So that's a really great opportunity to get free leads for first-time home buyers, for people moving down to the state with the corporate rentals that we have for listings, and then also sharing listings that we have on our properties to get investors. So that's how I would use social media, Facebook groups and Facebook Marketplace, posting in those groups. The next group would be networking. This is something that has turned out to be a great way to get a lot of contacts. Go to trade shows. Go to those free trade shows out there that are builders shows, the Tampa builder shows, the Tampa home shows, all those home shows. You don't have to be a vendor. Just go to the home show and bring your business card. You wouldn't believe the last one I went to, I was able to pick up, I think, 3 listings off of it. You go to these and you're talking to them and you're talking about, oh, you guys do and you're going to pick up a bunch of vendors too. So it's a great way to get a bunch of things. But say you walk up to one and they do a roofing company. Say, hi, oh yeah, I'm a real estate agent here in Tampa. I work with investment properties, and get your 30-second elevator speech down. So when you go there, you have that. But just go there, hand out your card, and talk to them. But don't just solicit. So talk to them and say, hey, oh, I'm a realtor, so I see you do roofs. I work with a lot of properties. We have property management as well. So I'd love to get your information. We sell in this area. So if you know anybody looking to sell or buy or rent, we'd love to talk to you. And you'd be surprised what you get. A lot of the vendors, they're just there. They're there to work on selling their brand. So they're already in that mode, and you're coming at them in a different direction. So they're selling, but then you walk up and you're the only one that is soliciting the opposite direction. You stand out in their mind. I've worked a lot of trade shows, and when people reverse it and come back at me, I remember them. So it's a great way to get leads that way. Another one on networking is doing the course, open houses, broker opens. We have one this weekend, so we're going to be promoting that one this weekend. We have another one next weekend. It'll be a broker open. If you ever want to do a broker open, and I'll explain what that is. A broker open is a little bit different than an open house. And what that is an open house, you go and you're soliciting to the general public. You're trying to get your listing to be sold to the general public. A broker's open, you're bringing in a different tactic. You're bringing in brokers and agents that may be able to find buyers for you. You're also bringing in vendors. We invite all our vendors to them. Our lender, our title. We do a little bit more. So if you're having a listing that's stuck, I know right now we're having one in Orlando. I think that would be a great idea to do a broker's open, not only at the location of the townhome, but also to showcase the lazy river. So doing a broker open definitely helps. Bigger pockets. This is one of the huge things. I've talked to you guys a little bit about this when we first joined, is about bigger pockets. This is where we get a lot of our listings. One of our old top real estate agents that grew so quickly when I was a broker over him, he grew large and huge very quickly. Within 4 months, he was able to sell, I think it was over 100,000 that quick. So I'm just going to explain just a minute on bigger pockets. So here's the image of what bigger pockets looks like, the platform. And in here, you'll see it's very simple. You have different tabs, different categories on the left. These are ones that I've posted. These were a while ago. And you can see, you go ahead and you post your, just a question. See how it's just a question? But I'm throwing trigger words in here. Back then I was working for Greystone, so I was trying to promote either getting more investors in or trying to grow the brokerage. And you can see here the replies on the right, 4, 11. And from that, I'm getting replies from other investors asking questions. Oh, really? I didn't know about the insurance. Or, yeah, here's a way you can get around the insurance for the part-time landlord. Here's what you can do. And then what I'm finding, though, is I'm getting PM'd on bigger pockets. So I'm getting private message of a lot of investors here in Tampa saying, hey, can we grab coffee, or can I get on a call with you? The way that a lot of investors on bigger pockets jump on is just saying, hey, you want to grab coffee, but it can be virtual. It's just their way of saying it. But you can't go on bigger pockets and just say, hey, I'm selling a home. Do you want to buy it? Or I'm a real estate agent. I'd love to be your real estate agent. They don't want that. They want education. So you can't go on here soliciting yourself. You just make sure that your profile has all of your contact information so that they can get in touch with you. And I have built a great portfolio of investors just by bigger pockets. So I highly recommend you using this platform, and just every once in a while, once a week, put out a question, something that you're interested in, something that you have a question on. Say it could be one that I was working on with Carl the other day. Was just talking about what's going on in the industry. What's going on with the market right now, and you're going to find other investors with the same questions, and you start a conversation and you start building a group with them, and then you end up getting them under your investor pool. So you gather their emails, put it in high level, and keep growing that database. So that's bigger pockets. The other one, of course, was the social media groups that we talked about earlier, Facebook groups, Instagram groups, just building that whole structure. Make sure that you try to get as many as you possibly can. Okay, so number 3, these are the fun ones. These are the ones that I enjoy. These aren't technically free because you do have to do some things. But one thing is host a first-time home buyer seminar. This is something that me and Michelle are going to do on the beginning of February. We're hosting a first-time home buyer seminar here at the office. We're promoting it. You can promote it on local calendars and the newspaper calendars. You get it out there as much as you can. Of course, social media and the social media groups all over the place. And you're trying to get first-time home buyers. What you don't even have to do the presentation. We actually have a lender that'll come in and do how this works, how the first-time home buyer program works, and how to get the certification. So they go through that whole structure with you. You're just setting up the location, and you're there to be the buyer's agent once they come out of that. So setting up first-time home buyers, no money out of pocket, but you're getting first-time home buyers. Host a caravan tour. Those are great. So we have some properties that we have listed. You can go ahead and set those up, or say we have 2 in this area, but that's only 2 in Carrollwood. Pick some other real estate agents that are willing to let us show their homes. You're picking up the buyers and you're showing them around. You don't have to take them around in your car. They each follow you in their own car. But you go ahead and you can talk to them when you're there. You can also say you're doing a caravan tour, partner with your lender or your title company, and they'll meet you there. They'll bring supplies, they'll bring you flyers, cookies, all kinds of things, so you don't have to come out of pocket. The other way is host a going away party for your sellers. Those are fun. So these are good. And I've done a few of these in the past where I used to do them with wine parties. But you set up a going away party for them when they sell. And you're giving them you're showing them what you're talking with all of their networks. So it's not just the sellers that you're talking with at this point. You're also talking with their friends and their family. So there might be somebody in there that is looking to also sell. And so you're growing your network with that one. The same thing with the housewarming party for your buyers. I mean, how many times have you gone over there and you've run into someone and they say, oh yeah, this is the real estate agent that helped me buy my house. Well, that's great. You got one lead and one referral. But if you do a warming party, a housewarming party, you bring wine, you get just like you're doing an open house. You bring wine, you bring some appetizers, and you go ahead and you do a housewarming party for them. And we say, bring all your friends and family. We'll invite your neighborhood by farming it. We'll invite your neighborhood and we'll have a housewarming party. And then you leave your business cards, leave your booklets, leave your magazines, make sure everybody knows that you're the one that helped them buy their dream home. And you'll pick up a lot of buyers that way too, or sellers, because maybe they'll see that what you've done and that you're very active. They may be interested in selling the neighbors. So that's a great opportunity. Number 4 is what a lot of seasoned real estate agents know how to do and are proficient at it, is to farm. So number 1 of the farming there is expired listings, going on MLS, seeing ones that have expired. You go ahead and call them and see if there's anything you can do. You can use a spiel that we use, that we don't just put your property on MLS and wait for a fish to bite. We go out, we promote, just like up here on your leads. You're promoting them. You're putting them on Facebook groups. You're putting them out there in your network. It could be over 300,000 in your network. You're putting it out there to all of our real estate agents and their network. So you're growing, and you have the ability to touch more people than just an average real estate agent. So you can bring that up, see if you can do a different strategy, talk to them about corporate rentals, just get them into thinking a little out of the box. And you'll usually get that expired listing. Even talking to them about a net listing might be a great idea. The next one would be call FSBOs. Those are really good. Some of them, what's really funny is that a lot of FSBOs, they never answer their phone. How are they going to sell their house? But you want to call those FSBOs. So they have their name and their number listed. Call them and tell them that you have a before you list booklet. This is something that I've always had. We have it in Canva. So if you guys don't see it in Canva, let me know. I'll make sure you have the before you list booklet. You can print it off. You could have a bunch printed and ready in case you get it. I know Malik was getting really good at getting FSBO numbers when he was doing Uber driving. So get those FSBOs and tell them, hey, so you want to sell? Yes, I don't want to sell with an agent. I'm not interested in selling with an agent right now. That's a huge commission. I'm not wanting to do it. Okay, no problem. But you know what I have is a before you list booklet. It gives you some ideas, some things. I could come over and just give you some ideas, and at the same time, I can take a look at your property. So if I have a buyer, I can send them your way. They may say, "Okay, yeah, well, whatever, come over." You could give them the booklet and grow your rapport with them. Get them and talk to them about what your reach is with real estate, and that you can get this out there for them. Go over the I know something that we've gone over before was to go over the ladder program, saying that you'll put it on MLS for 1%, and if you start to talking to buyers and promoting to the buyers, then it'll be 2%, and then if you do the negotiations and the forms, it'll be 3. So using the ladder program to get to that as well. So trying to work with FSBOs, trying to earn their business. The next one will be prop wire farming, prop stream, prop wire, whatever program you're doing, going in there and getting non-owner occupied people. You can even look for cash buyers, which means they're investors, getting their phone numbers and emails and putting them in your database, growing your database that way. Sending them your listings, getting those out there. And then the other way, of course, is to get listings that's with pre-foreclosures, divorce, all the different categories that you'll find in there. Prop wire is another class, but that's another way to do free listings. You don't need to pay for that stuff. Mass email clients, mass email to your clients. This is a big one. This is one that everybody should be doing right now. Even if you're using Google email and you're not using high level, this is really important. Make sure that you got an email. What Alan said in his last training is you can even go to our website and get the blogs. You can use that as an email. Just twice a month, we get a new blog on our website. Copy that, put it in an email, and send it out to your database. Grow that database. Just friends. They don't have to be people looking to buy right now, because those may be your walking billboards. So send it to your friends and family about what's going on in the industry, how things are going. And when you're soliciting that way, you're going to stay top of mind. So you're not going to have your mom go, oh, I just listed my house. Go, what? I'm a real estate agent. Why would you list your house with somebody else that just got their license yesterday? I forgot. So you don't want that to happen to you guys. So you want to make sure that you're sending out those emails, posting in Facebook just a little bit every once in a while that you're a real estate agent, so people remember you're a real estate agent. People remember that you're a consultant in investing. You want them to go to you. So the next one is reverse prospect. This is something that a lot of realtors do not know how to use proficiently. So I wanted to touch on this for a minute. This is farming, but farming in a different way. So a lot of people, a lot of agents, they go and they put it on MLS. They put their property out on MLS and they just wait for a buyer. Something in this market, which you could do last summer when people were buying it in 30 seconds. In this market, when it's moved to the buyer side, you really need to use this tool. And I'm going to show you here what that is. If you go to your platform, your MLS platform in Stellar, you go to your My Active Listings over there on the right. You click on that and you click on one of your properties. I clicked on the first one there, Scrimshaw, and hit reverse prospect. And what that does is it gives you all of the emails, and this goes down. This keeps going. This is, I don't know if it tells you the number amount right here, but it goes, I believe there's, I want to say there's 1,500 on this one property. So these, and I blocked out the phone numbers and the emails because we're doing the class, but these are all real estate agents that have had a buyer interested in this property. So you can see up here right under reverse prospect results for this MLS number, you can see where it says these agents each have a contact who has received this listing. So it's on their automatic email list. Click the agent name to email them about your listing. They can identify the contact via the reference number by looking it up in their contact page on their MLS page. The count is the total number of listings each contact had sent to them. So what does that mean? So why on the very number one, you see the count is 105. And then it goes down from there, but back up. So the first one, Joe Haynes at Florida Family Real Estate Servicing, I think, had one of their clients interested in this property and hard it. So Joe Haynes has a client very interested in this property, but Joe hasn't contacted me and he doesn't know that his buyer is interested in this. So I contact him and I'm going to talk to him and say, hey, you have a buyer that's interested in this. The reference number, the 13640, is your client number. So you can look him up in your contacts and find out who that is and get a hold of him if you can, because he's really interested in this property. Let's go take a look. Let's bring him over the property and take a look at it. So that one hearted it, but Jill and Stefan, all those as you go down. So Jill has a very narrow criteria. So she's only been sent 4 properties on this, only sent 4 properties that meets her criteria, and mine's one of them. So that means that it's that one should be a good one. Same with 6, 12, and it keeps going up. And then as it goes way far down, they've been sent, say 500 properties, and they probably missed this altogether. So you can go and you email all these agents and say, hey, you're a buyer, you have a buyer that's interested in this. You can put it in high level and you can put it as a code. So you don't have to type in all of these right here, but you can say, hey, Jill, your client reference number this was interested in my property. Can we set up a time to view it? You can text them, you can call them, you can email them, whatever you'd like to do, but that'll get the ball rolling. And that's how to make money in a buyer's market, by using the reverse prospect correctly. So I just want to make sure you guys know that program and how to use it. Okay, so that's reverse prospect. The last 2, which is the 5th way to get leads, is YouTube's. So some of us have been doing a little bit of YouTube, don't know what to say, don't know what to put together. Here's some ideas though. You can do the YouTube video CMAs, talk about a property, go through an area and talk about how the area works, going through doing virtual tours. So go live on YouTube and do a virtual tour. It doesn't have to be one of even our properties. You could go find some properties out in Pinellas, some beautiful places, and you just say, hey, can I go do a virtual tour? They'll say absolutely. Just let them know you have some buyers. You're going to be putting it on YouTube. Some of us don't even tell them that, but you can give them the courtesy. And they say, that's great. Find me a buyer. Great. I'll go out and I'll do a YouTube on the tour of this property and say, what do you think about this property? Does this work? Is it a good price? And put that on YouTube, doing little shorts that way, tours and stuff like that. So that's another way. And what you're going to find with YouTube is you put those out there, you're going to find people commenting on them. And you're going to get a lot of people. I've gotten many leads from my YouTube's videos that I've put out there on corporate rentals and things like that. So definitely use the platforms that are free before you start paying for those leads that are not. So it's 3:30. I kind of wanted to open it up to any questions you may have, or ideas, or any ideas that you've had on different ways that you have gotten leads. Hey, Brandy, have you ever gone and gotten leads a different way than the ones that we've gone over?
No, I haven't, but I was really just thinking about I think it was the networking, because I know I send that group one every month from the Tampa Bay Airbnb group. So I think that was the newest way that I wanted to try this year. And I feel like that would be like the best way because you're just, getting to know people naturally.
Yeah.
But all the other ones were really good. And I think the groups ones also is another big one, just because they do respond really well in there. And then soon as you post something, they're gonna flood your freaking message request. So
Right. And that's one of the best ways to just gather so many contacts. And you can do it where you set it up on your phone where you can have an automatic reply that
yep.
somebody texts you and give them automatic replies so you don't have to text through it all. The other
Yeah,
thing is
especially if you have it go through your real estate page, if you like tag your real estate page, I'm pretty sure that one is already set up to automatically reply like, thanks, we'll get back to you soon, or something
yeah,
like that.
perfect. And then you'll take you a little bit, or even leave your number in there so they start texting you in case you miss it.
Yep.
Yeah, and the other thing is we're starting that networking group here too. So that's going to be a good one. So when we set that up, I know Brandy, you're going to be part of it. And then after the lead generating, the seat specific meeting, after that, we're going to open the floor up to investors, to other agents, to our agents only, but investors and different vendors coming in so that we can start gathering and getting more leads that way too. So
Yeah.
that'll be a huge help. Just like the networking groups that you guys go to, hopefully we can get more leads that way as well.
Yes. Okay. So for the one that we're setting up, we're only going to have our agents there, or is that something that we're going to like post as if it was the group that I sent from like the Tampa group, and like we can just put it out there and have people come, or is it only specifically for our agents?
It can be for anybody. So during the time of the meeting is going to be just for us. That's it. Nobody's going to come in. But after that, the next 45 minutes, we're going to be just sampling wine, playing around, talking to people. Anybody can come. Because especially some agents that are also investors, we'd like that because possibly they might buy some of the homes or be interested in some of the properties we have listed. But we also don't, there's no need to bring in other agents that will be interested in our investors because I'm mainly wanting to support you guys to grow the leads in-house.
Right. I think I meant more so after the seat specific one. That so it's going to be open to every, or is it going to be structured the same way every time, or is it going to be just open to the public after our first meeting?
No, we structure the same way every time. So
okay,
what we're going to be doing is for